Hello VC. A while back, I was watching music videos on YouTube. Videos posted by the VC and other things. People doing their own mixes and stuff like that. And a suggested video came up. And what it was, door gunner music. And I'm going, what in the world is a door gunner? So I opened the video. And of course, most of you already would know. It was a video about Vietnam, the Vietnam War. And the door gunner is the individual who sat at the side of the helicopter with the door open and either held a machine gun or had a machine gun mounted. And there was a lot of archive video of, I guess, helicopter reconnaissance and missions and shot from the door gunner's perspective. And I was watching a lot of these, pretty fascinated with the content of the video. One thing that sort of caught my attention was the music in the background. The music was from the mid-60s to the end of the 60s, or the very early 70s, maybe 71, 72. And I started to realize, geez, I've got all those records. So I thought, why not make a door gunner video based on the videos that I watched on YouTube? And we'll start off. Every video had songs by this band in it, CCR. Another one by CCR that's posted up there all the time in those videos. In one of the videos where they're playing Running Through the Jungle, a person posted that he was drafted at the age of 18 straight out of high school, went over to Vietnam, and he spent a year running through the jungle. I can imagine that's a terrible situation. Another band that keeps coming up in these videos, of course, Steppenwolf. This one, the jacket's in a bit rough shape. Back in the flea market days that I keep referring to, Steppenwolf was one band that was very difficult to get. As soon as somebody put out any Steppenwolf records, they were gone instantly. And another big hit by that band.
Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, go make it happen. Take the world in a
This record had a really big hit on it. One of my favorites from back in the time there. Chamber Brothers. Another common song on those Vietnam videos by the Rolling Stones. I think that would probably be a reissued Canadian pressing from back in the day. Here's one that everyone will be familiar with. Big hit. Marvin Gaye.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer for only love.
I believe I featured this record several videos ago when I did the 60s, but it's back. A couple songs off this record show up in almost every Vietnam video.
One pill makes you larger and one pill makes you small, and the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, tell 'em a hookah, smoking caterpillar.
Grace Slick is one of my favorite singers of all time. I think her voice really captures that 60s movement. Jimi Hendrix, of course.
There must be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessman there to drink my wine, plowman dig my earth. None will ever own the mine.
A couple tracks by this band is quite frequently featured on those historical Vietnam videos.
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah. We chased our pleasures here, dug our treasures there, but can you still recall the time we cried? Break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side.
This, I believe, is a UK pressing. It was tough getting Doors albums at the flea market back in the day because, once again, any Doors albums showed up in the bins, they were gone almost instantly. It's very hard to get clean copies of the Doors albums. I think every one of my Doors albums I would rate at best VG. This next artist surprised me a little bit that I would hear her music on these videos until I discovered that she went over in 1967 to entertain the troops.
You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin', and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Not as much as some of these other albums, but on a couple videos I did hear this track by Santana.
You got to change your evil ways, baby. Before I stop loving you, you got to change, baby. And every word that I say is true. You got me running and hiding all over town. You got me sneaking in a beat and running you down. This can't go on. Lord knows you got to change, baby. Baby, when I come home, baby.
This would be a later pressing because I believe the original first pressings would be on Columbia 2i label. One band that is featured almost on every Vietnam door gunner video that I watched are these guys here, the Animals.
In this dirty old part of the city where the sun refused to shine, people tell me there ain't no use in trying. Now my girl, you're so young and pretty, and one thing I know is true, you'll be dead before your time is due. I know. Watch my daddy in bed and crying. Watch his hair been turning gray. He's been working and slaving his life away. Oh yes.
The next album is by Buffalo Springfield, and it is sort of a collection of their songs. This again, Buffalo Springfield was very difficult to get at the flea market. As soon as somebody put any of their records out, they would be gone instantly.
There's
something happening here. But what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong.
I never did find the original album pressing of Buffalo Springfield with that song For What It's Worth at the flea market. Never saw a copy. The last two records, the songs I will sample are not in any of the videos, but I think they are sort of were significant for back in the time when they were released. I would imagine these are both sort of like protest songs. The first, Crosby, Stills, Nash and this is a drawing. Joni Mitchell. I imagine this might be one of her drawings that they put on the album cover. Never noticed that before. This last one, again, I think it was probably like a protest song. And it doesn't get played in any of the videos, but again, it was well known at the time. And I have a copy, and it's pretty good. It's a good album, I think. It's Alice's Restaurant.
Up there it says shrink. I wanna kill. And I wanna kill. I wanna see blood and gore and guts and veins in my teeth. Eat dead, burnt bodies. I mean kill. And I started jumping up and down, yelling kill. And it started jumping up and down with me, and we was both jumping up and down, yelling kill. And the sergeant came over, pinned a little on me, sent me down the hall, said you're our boy. And you feel too good about it. Proceeded on down the hall, getting more injections, inspections, detections, neglections, and all kinds of stuff that they was doing to me at the thing there, and I was there for 2 hours.
So those are the records I have that sort of was inspired by watching Vietnam videos, particularly door gunner videos. Of course, when the Vietnam War was actually taking place there in the 60s, I was very young and really had no idea at all what was going on over there. So these videos are quite an eye-opener. So as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.